I'd like to now just talk about the five forces very, very briefly. I talked about this in the past also, so I won't go too much into detail. The Indian history narration started with the colonial people, and they started ideological scholarship. And they came, like I said, motivated by a desire to uphold the biblical history. And they believed that God created the world in 4004 BCE, and nothing could have been there prior to that. They also believed God destroyed the world in Noah's flood in 3000 BCE. And because of that, no history can be present from then till the current times. So when these guys came and saw the Puranic chronologies, when they came to India, they asked the Indians, what is your history? They said, we have the Itihasas, we have the Puranas, we got temple epigraphy, all these kind of things. They looked at that and they said, whoa, there are huge timelines in the Indian context, and that doesn't fit with the biblical chronology. So they came around saying that there are problems with the Indian chronology and we need to correct it. And in the process of correcting it, they first came about trying to say, where does Indian history fit with the known Western history? So they went and saw that Megasthenes talked about somebody called Sandrakutos, and they tried to see in the Purana king list, who is the closest to this phonetically that we say Sandrakutos. They said Chandragupta Maurya. So they linked up Chandragupta Maurya with Sandrakutos and said, aha, we have an anchor point and we know where Western history is in relation with Indian history. However, the Puranic records, the Chandragupta Maurya is about 1200 years earlier than 300 BCE or so. So they introduced distortions by reducing a huge Puranic chronology into a very short Indian chronology. One more work that I came across on Max Muller, he wrote a letter to his wife, and that letter was in 1866, published in this account over here, edited by his wife. And he says that the Vedas are the root of the religion. To show them what that root is, I feel sure, is the only way of uprooting all that has sprung from it from the last 3000 years. So very, very clearly in his own words, his works of translating the Vedas and everything else is motivated by a desire to uproot the Indic civilization in favor of a biblical chronology. So it's not just our imagination running wild and so on. There is proof to look at what their thinking was in those days.